And welcome to episode 20 of the Rescue Rundown, our weekly visit with Abby Wolfe from the Central Oklahoma Humane Society, talking about all things dogs and cats. Special guest today, Amy Bender. Thanks for stopping by this morning.
Thank you.
Today's topic is fostering dogs and cats, why that's important, how that helps, and foster parent, the Hugh mom, if you will, extraordinaire, sitting next to us. We'll get to Amy in just a second. Abby, how are you?
Pretty good. We made it to episode 20.
20 shows strong now. Man. And who's our guest today?
This is Peanut. Peanut is a 1-year-old terrier mix, and he is just a mannerly little boy.
Look at that.
Yes. All things report that he is a gentleman both at the house and in public. So.
Well, and he's also from a foster situation, is that correct?
He is, yeah. He's in a foster home right now, and the reason why we know so much about him is because his foster parents have really paid close attention to his personality and reported to us that he loves dogs and kids and crates, and he's potty trained, so he's just the ultimate package.
And available for adoption.
And available for adoption today at the Adoption Center, 7500 Northwestern.
There you have it. So let's back up and talk about fostering. What is fostering?
Fostering is a process to save animals, basically. So we are only able to pull in animals from the shelter where they might be euthanized for space reasons because we have a foster waiting for them to be brought into their home. It's a 2 to 3 week basically process. It's not an extensive thing. Sometimes it can if they have some medical issues, but normally it's about 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, you save 2 lives, basically the one that you're pulling into your home and the one that's taking its spot in the shelter. So why not dedicate a couple of weeks? You
touched on that a little bit, but let's dive in a little bit deeper about why fostering is important as Peanut dives under the couch.
Peanut found a peanut or something.
I wouldn't surprise me. There's probably a poinsettia leaf under there.
Fostering is important because, you know, we wouldn't be able to save animals without fosters ready to go. So we are waiting on a foster basically on one end before we can actually save an animal's life on the other. So fosters, not only do they save a life, but they also tell us about the animal. They help market the animal for adoption. For example, we would not know that this little guy has all these manners and these great qualities without his foster family being able to tell us that.
Because you mentioned when you first encounter Peanut, he has a little bit more energy. You don't really see the gentleman decorum.
Yeah, he usually wants to jump on your legs and kind of get some attention because he's so excited to meet new people. That's really his only quirk. And if you're just meeting him for the first time and you didn't know, oh, this dog is crate trained and he's great with other.
You would assume that's his constant demeanor.
Exactly. So that's the reason why fosters are so important. They're not only championing their animals, but they're also giving us those details that make animals even more adoptable.
Well, Amy, let's bring you in at this point. What got you into fostering?
I've always loved, cats and dogs, and
sure.
I knew there was a need. My oldest daughter was working some adoption events for OK Humane, and she came to me and she said, "They really need bottle baby fosters. Can you help?" And I'm like, "Why not?" So that was almost 7 years ago.
Is it hard not to keep the animals?
No, not really.
No, not really.
No, not for me. I know that there's more that need a spot in my house. And to me, helping the next one in line is more important than, kind of my own little selfish, oh, I love this kitty or I love this dog. So it's not really very hard.
You said you've been doing this for about 7 years now?
Yep.
And we should explain that Amy has seen hundreds of cats come through your house, right?
Hundreds, yep.
Is this an unusual hero situation here with Amy? Do you have fosters who,
We call Amy our foster extraordinaire. She is one of a few fosters in our program that actually take in the number that she does. Amy has a special situation in her home where she actually has a foster room that's just perfection for this kind of situation.
Well, that's probably a great idea.
Yeah, it's very important for me, especially since I personally have some medically compromised cats, to keep them separate from the fosters. So this room allows me to do that. It lets me have a space just for them, and it's all contained. I have a camera so I can keep watch of everything, which is really important if you have like a mother with kittens.
Makes sense, sure.
I've got it exactly how I want it.
There it is.
There it is.
And so that's the room we're talking about.
Yes.
You mentioned the medically compromised cat. Very well said there. Tell us about Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut has feline hyperesthesia. She was a foster of ours from OK Humane. She came to me with failure to thrive. So I usually get kind of the tougher cases because I just know how to work with them. So I put her on Facebook to try to get her an adopter because she did have certain issues, and she just kind of blew up. And as she got on in her progress of through the adoption, waiting period, she just got a couple more issues and then a few more issues, and then I'm like, well, I'm just going to adopt her because I'll worry about her for the rest of my life if I don't. But yeah, so that's how Sauerkraut's Facebook page got started.
And she's become kind of a social media phenomenon.
Yeah,
right?
she has, between Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything, she has over 100,000 followers.
Our most famous alumni.
But you're also using that to further the message
Absolutely, absolutely. We really strive to put out the message of fostering, adoption, volunteering, and also spaying and neutering, which is very important.
Sounds like all of these are tough cases in this case, but any specific tough case that you've had to deal with?
Well, I mean, currently, my current case is pretty tough. They were sent to the shelter, separated from their mom way too young. They were probably about 5 weeks old. They stayed in the shelter environment over the Christmas holidays, so they picked up some nasty bugs.
No. Sure.
Their immune system isn't, more mature enough to handle it. So we've been working very hard to keep them hydrated, keep them, healthy, trying to get it. And we kind of turned the corner yesterday.
Good.
And they started eating on their own for the first time
It's a good
in
sign.
like a long time. So I was very excited. Yay!
That's awesome. And they're not all this kind of
No,
this kind of case.
I usually get the hard ones. There's a lot of easy ones out there.
We range from anywhere for a couple of nights to a couple of months in fostering, and you can kind of pick which one fits your family the best.
Yes.
So you could take the tougher cases, or you could take a really easy puppy just for a couple of nights.
Amy, any advice? Someone who's watching this segment or just thinks, hey, I have the extra time, I love animals, I should get involved in this. Any advice?
We have so many resources at OK Humane, and they will be able to help you. I mean, just utilize it. If you're having problems with something, we have a message board on Facebook, and you can ask questions, and people monitor that all day, and they can, answer a question. We have emergency lines if you have a medical emergency. So, I mean, you have all the resources. I mean, all you need is to donate a little bit of time and love, and that's it.
And the big question, how does one get involved in the foster program?
Well, the foster program starts with an application. We just want to get to know you a little bit. So you go to okhumane.org/foster to get started. All the questions you can possibly have on that question or that page are answered. And we would just love to chat with you. Even if you just have more questions, our staff is ready and willing to talk about it.
Good stuff. All right, Peanut, good job. It's keeping your feet warm right now.
Pretty good dog.
Well, Amy, I'd say you're doing a fantastic service for those
thank you.
cats, and you also do dogs as well, right?
Well, I have personal dogs,
You
and
have
I
some
help
dogs.
with dogs at the clinic. We volunteer at the clinic on Sundays. But I don't foster dogs because one of my dogs is not very new puppy friendly at all.
You got to know the limits, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Know your situation
Exactly.
and what works for you.
Very nice. Well, Amy, great to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
Thank you for your time. And Abby, always good to see you as well.
Good to see you as well. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We'll be back next Wednesday in another edition of the Rescue Rundown.